finished your favorite drink in a glass bottle. Where does the empty bottle go next? In Kenya, more than 270,000 tons of glass waste are generated every single year. Yet, less than a third is recovered and recycled. And to tackle this challenge, Ecocan is introducing a deposit-based return system for beverage packaging, inspired by Finland's successful model. On this week's Green Warriors, we explore how this innovative green technology is rewarding responsible consumers, curbing counterfeiting, and driving Kenya towards a circular economy. In Kenya, over 270,000 tons of glass waste are produced annually, yet less than 30% is recovered and recycled. Glass is non-biodegradable and can remain in landfills for thousands of years. Due to the lack of sustainable disposal methods for glass bottles from residential areas, restaurants, and entertainment joints, much of this waste ends up in landfills. In a bid to address this, Norfolk Cocker and Sonja Sevio partnered to create Ecocan.
Ecocan is basically a green tech and recycling company. And what we do is we help beverage producers manage their packaging after it's been sold at a point of sale. Doing it very manually. Yeah, we're growing in phases, right? The initial phase is doing manual collection. The second phase is going to be digital collection. We have a whole digital collection platform, right? We have an Ecocan app. Basically, any user or consumer of beverages, what they'll need to do is after they purchase a beverage, they scan it using the Ecocan app. The Ecocan app will tell them if the empty will carry a deposit refund. And if it does, they just take the empty to an Ecocan agent and get paid with mobile money instantly. Our solution prevents counterfeiters from accessing their main source of packaging, right, which is genuine products. Wow. I grew up drinking sodas. Yes. You remember when you were in school and you would go and buy a glass bottle of a soda? Yeah, the best. Right, and then you had to return the glass bottle to get back your 10 bob, right? Or you would have to pay extra. So
it was a functional model.
It was functional, limited to a few producers, but I feel like it can be applied to every producer, and not just in the beverage sector, right? But we're starting with the beverage sector because that's where most of the waste is generated from. We're used to the whole deposit refund system as they do it in the Nordics. We're just digitizing it and reintroducing it at scale.
You actually consume billions of beverage bottles and cans annually, but only collect less than 10%. So it's like a really huge problem how the beverage containers end up to the field. When we were studying the whole Finnish system, we came across this other problem, which is the counterfeit problem. That is something that we don't have in Finland, but we realized that this system would actually solve basically two birds in one stone. So there's the counterfeit issue, and then there's the recycling, lack of recycling. So what the app does, when the consumer goes to the store, they scan these Ecocan security codes to make sure that the product is actually genuine. Every year there's people dying because they consume those illicit products. And it's also a big problem for the beverage producers because, for example, those major big beverage producers, they lose up to over 50% of their market shares to those illicit products.
Ecocan's model was inspired by Finland, where the government introduced a packaging tax on soft drinks and alcoholic beverages. This led competing retailers and breweries to unite and create a shared logistics platform for returning empty bottles and cans nationwide.
In Finland, how it works is that after consuming, for example, Pepsi bottles, I will go to the grocery store. Over there we have these expensive machines that are like $40,000 and we put all the bottles to the machine. The machine will provide us a receipt that shows how much money we have earned. We take the receipt, go to the store, to the cashier, and receive the money. And it's like cash. There's lots of things that wouldn't work here in Kenya. So what we did was that we started to digitalize the whole system. Here in Kenya, people really use mobile money, so that was one of the leverage we had. So basically we digitalized the whole system. We took all the main functions from those expensive machines and we put it on the mobile app. The past few years we have collected bottles manually, worked with the beverage producers, and their response has been really good. When it comes to beverages, the most expensive part is usually the bottle itself. So it doesn't make any sense that in here people use, or the beverage producers, they use one way. So what we have done, we started to collect like from 600 different locations. We started to wash them and return them back to the beverage producers. And they were actually able to save a lot of money by doing that. And of course, there's a very strong environmental aspect as well. So the feedback we have gotten from our customers, those beverage producers, has been really good. And of course, now we are expanding. We have this facility, everything is automated, and hopefully we are onboarding more customers within the next few months.
By turning trash into cash, Ecocan hopes to transform the recycling culture in Kenya one bottle at a time.